Hi, I'm Coach Tina Shawson and welcome to my podcast. If you're in a season of change, growth, reflection, or even confusion, you're in the right place. Think of this as your little conversation, something that is honest, unfiltered, and grounded in the things we all go through but rarely talk about. Here, I get to show up as myself too, not just as a coach, but as a fellow human navigating life, learning, unlearning, and growing right alongside with you. So settle in and let's begin. I think this episode is for those who didn't have a perfect year. I'd like to talk about gratitude. And I'd like to talk about gratitude from the context of how I have understood it in the past and how I'm understanding it now. So in the past, I always make mention that I am grateful. It's a gratitude for me because of the many things, many blessings and beautiful things that had happened in my life. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm still is grateful. But in the recent past, I have learned that gratitude is beyond being thankful. It is beyond the blessings that is happening in my life. It is actually about the growth that is happening in my life. Gratitude to me is about three things. The growth in terms of my continuous journey in humility, my growth in my continuous journey in having different perspectives in life, and my growth in terms of purposely and intentionally pursuing a purpose. I'd like to talk first about humility. I am so proud, especially pagka marami kang natatanggap na positive energy. I am so proud. But sometimes my learning is I really need feedback. In fact, I treasure those people who really give me the feedback and say, hey, there's something wrong with this and there's something wrong with this, who challenges me. For me to be able to apply, accept, and act on that feedback, I realize I have to be humble. I have to recognize that feedback was given out of love, was given out of care. And in so doing, my gratitude to these friends and families who give me real feedback is so much. It's painful, yes, but it allows me to really grow as a person. That's why I said a deeper meaning of gratitude to me now is humility. I said earlier that gratitude to me is all about perspective. I think it's letting go of my own perspective, my own original point of view, and learning how to see things from a different angle. In fact, from another person's viewpoint. And in allowing myself to learn and see the same single thing from a different point of view, I think I am growing more, I am accepting more, I am embracing more the differences around me, both in with friends and family. That's why to me, gratitude is also about being able to embrace the gift of that perspective, learning to see things from a different light. The third that I equate gratitude to as I try to understand it at a deeper sense, it's about purpose. And before, I am not good in connecting things that had happened in my life. But now, I activate my connectedness and try to understand, connect the different things that is happening in my life. And quite frankly, I am so grateful that it all rolls up to my purpose in life. Because you've been following my podcast, you know that I'm here to build better leaders for the next generation to come. No longer for me, but for my children's and their children's children. That now allows me to really experience gratitude. I am inspired by a friend who recently launched a book. Her name is JV. And she launched a book called One Ignited Life. And it's a gratitude. It's a book about a person's gratitude about joy and pain that had happened in her life. And I'm so inspired because I said to myself, oo nga, it's about the different things that is happening in our life, whether that's beautiful or not so beautiful. But whatever we have learned about it is the gift of that particular experience that I must be able and is grateful for. So let me step back. I think gratitude really comes from the growth that I experience given the joy and the pain that happens in my life. And I'd like to leave you with a question. How have you been experiencing gratitude? What are you grateful for? How have you been acting or taking action about those things that you are grateful for? Thank you for spending time with me. I hope today's conversation gave you something to think about, something to feel, something that you can grow from. If you resonate with this episode, share it with someone else who might need it too. And if you want more real human conversations on leadership, career, and life, make sure to follow my podcast, Ask Tina Shawson, so you don't miss the next time. This is Coach Tina, and remember, you own your life narratives. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye then.